So welcome to the first session on the data security. What is cryptosystem? So a cryptosystem is a structured set of algorithm that converts the plain text to ciphertext, and it will encode and decode the messages securely. So encoding will be taken place in the plain text side, and the decoding will be done after the ciphertext side. So it employs cryptography, the science of protecting information, so only internet recipients can read and process it. So only the person who has the access can read and write it. So the role of key concepts, keys in crypto systems is it plays the major role in the crypto system. So at the it is the heart of the cryptographic functions. So a string of bits is used to transform the plain text into ciphertext, and and the vice versa and the back again. So the here are the key generations. So key generations have the algorithms that produce unique keys that drive all encryption and decryption operations, and the security depends on the keys. Okay, so where how the keys are generation is done, the security is based upon the keys only. So the real world applications is the secure internet transactions and the secure email system. So internet transactions is majorly done in all the transactions like credit card transactions, or wherever we go to purchase, we will do the transactions, and all the personal information like GPay, everything has the secure internet transactions. And the secure email systems also, where the emails are the digital signatures, the cryptographic hash functions, and the key management is done with the secure email systems, and the private data protection is also given for the cloud storage. So these are the real world applications where the cryptography is used. So here comes the components of the crypto system. There are 6 components in the crypto system, and the first slide consists of the plain text, ciphertext, and encryption algorithm, followed by the decryption algorithm, encryption key, and decryption key. The plain text is the original and unencrypted information that requires protection before transmission, and the ciphertext is the encrypted text, and it will be produced after applying the encryption algorithm to plain text. The encryption algorithm, it is the mathematical function that takes place plain text as the input and produces the ciphertext along with the unique encryption key. So the next is the decryption algorithm, encryption key, and decryption key. Okay. So these are the components. So first 3 components are that, and the next components are this. Okay. So the decryption algorithm, encryption key, and decryption key. So the it majorly focuses on encrypting and decrypting. Okay. So the decryption algorithm, it is done at the ciphertext. These comes under the receiver side, and that comes under, and the before what we saw is comes under the encryption side. And the encryption key is done with the at the sender side, and the decryption key is used at the receiver side. Two types of crypto systems. One is symmetric key encryption, and another one is asymmetric key encryption. So in the symmetric key, we always know that the symmetric is the same. Okay, so the same key for encryption and decryption is used at the symmetric key encryption, and in the asymmetric key it differs. Okay, so different key is used, and the keys that is shared before transmission. In symmetric key encryption, it will be shared, both the keys will be shared at the sender and the receiver. In the asymmetric key encryption, there will be the different keys, each party will have the key pair exchange during the transmission. Here, that before the transmission itself, the key will be transmitted, and it will be changed regularly to prevent attacks, because it is symmetric key, both are given to the sender and the receiver before the transmission itself. So we are changing it continuously to prevent the attack. And in the asymmetric key encryption, it is more secured. Okay, because we are exchanging during the transmission only, and the symmetric key encryption is fast and efficient. Okay, so the same key is used, and here the different keys is used by using the mathematical methods. So far we have seen what is crypto system, and what are the components of the crypto system, and how does the crypto system works. Okay, So now we can see about the attack crypto system attack example. Okay, so the modern cryptography is highly complex, and because encryption protects valuable data, so the cryptographic systems are prime targets for the attackers. Okay, so wherever there is a safe mechanism going on, the attacks is taking place to get the highly confidential information. So the cryptographic system attackers are the prime targets during current days. So the whatever we need is today is a strong encryption. Okay, so to build the strong encryption, we need to learn a lot of things. So the organizations also they are preparing to face the future challenges, and they will before they get their critical vulnerabilities. Force attacks, replay attacks, man in middle attacks. Okay, so these are the common cryptographic attacks. So in the brute force attacks, the attacker tries every possible combinations for a key or the password, and increasing the key length, it raises the number of potential keys, making the brute force attacks exponentially. It is so slower. Okay, so the attacker tries to do every possible combination for all the key and the password. They will try again and again with all the possible combinations, like making a call, we are getting right, making a call with the changing the numbers. Okay, so that comes under the brute force attack. And the replay attack, so replay attack is the attacker interrupts an encrypted message such as an authentication request, and later replays it open on a new session. So whenever we receive some notifications, the attacker will pass it. Okay, whenever the authentication request is we get, the attacker will pass it for some time, and he will again send the same. Okay, so there will be a pass in between, like when we use the Microsoft authenticator, right? So if attacker goes and hacks it, the authentication request will be on delay, and we cannot able to log in our email. Okay, so for neglecting it, we should add the timestamps and expiration period to messages, helps prevent this. So we will get right, like this password is eligible for only 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, we will get it right. So that is to avoid the replay attacks. Followed by the replay attack, there are advanced attack methods are the man in middle attack. Okay, so the man in middle, the name itself indicates, right? The attacker interrupts communication between two parties, establishes separate secure sessions. Okay, so and the attacker will come in between the two parties, and they will establish this separate secure session. Okay, they will get the data, they will send another data to the receiver. Okay, they will get the data main information from the sender, and they will send the another data to the receiver. Okay, so without either party knowing, they don't know, okay, whether it is correct information or not. Then it is next is the implementation attack, though. So these exploit vulnerabilities in software implementation. Okay, whenever we download a software, they will target those software implementation, and they will target logic flaws and code weakness rather than the algorithm itself. Okay, so rather than focusing on algorithm, they will utilize the logic flaws. Okay, so there are the statistical and ciphertext only attacks too. So the statistical attacks is based on the statistics. Okay, so the such as floating point errors or non-random number generation. Okay, so this is the non-random number generation. So since software-based RNGs have limited entropy, attackers may predict encryption keys by targeting hardware or OS vulnerabilities. Okay, so statistics, it is based on the non-random number generation. Next is ciphertext only attacks, among the most difficult attacks to execute. Okay, this is the most difficult attacks, because whatever we use, whatever algorithm we use to convert it into the ciphertext, we don't know. Okay, so this is the most difficult attack to execute, but this is also takes place. Okay, the attacker starts with only unintelligible ciphertext, then collects multiple samples. He collects the multiple samples to identify the statistical patterns, and he will reveal the plain text or key. Okay, he will go under the multiple sessions. Okay, multiple sessions with statistical patterns, and that could reveal the plain text or key. So far we have seen what is crypto system, and the components of the crypto system, and the various attacks that takes place in the crypto system. So now we are going to have a quiz, and the question is, what is the main purpose of the crypto system? A. Compress data, B. Protect information, C. Increase speed, and D. Store files. So kindly provide your answer in the comment section and we can have the discussion. Thank you for the attending this session.